But why would you ever do it in class? That's my question. Why would anyone ever, and I have tried this in classes, by the way, in China, three times, and it always works. Why? What's so, I mean, is it just a fun thing to do on Friday afternoon?
Students want to be there.
Yeah, okay, so what would we call that?
Motivation.
Motivation, good word. Yeah. Why else would we want to do it?
A change.
Yeah, I agree. Change of pace, yeah. Just like you probably aren't going to teach dialogues every single day. You wouldn't do this every day, okay.
Because it not only has to do with language, but emoting.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Language and emotion. So why is that useful?
Well, because very few people use language in a vacuum. There's always usually some emotion.
Very few people? Like no people?
No, but all right, yeah.
Okay.
You know, unless you're talking about something, that's totally scientific and dry, but in everyday life, there's emotion in what you say.
And how does that relate to a 14-year-old Thai high school student trying to do English?
Well,
there's a point here. You're right.
Yeah, it connects the words that they're using with an emotion.
Yeah.
Just words. Okay.
Is that not something that normally happens when the students are learning their English?
Not necessarily.
Emotion is like more universal, so they're able to kind of use what they know in their everyday life.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to get something here. Think about, for example, you saw a little bit of a sample dialogue that Dave put on the board, and the students are going to stand there kind of like wooden statues and say, "Where are you going?" "I am going to the store." And you've probably seen things like that in classrooms. Is that what we want for them to produce in English? What do we want?
You want them to be able to produce it along with emotion.
Why?
Because it's real life.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic. There's the word right there. Authentic. It's real life. And this is a real good opportunity for them to try using English in a very limited way to show some emotion. When you, I don't speak a word of Thai, but when I tried some Chinese when I was there. When you're trying to speak in a foreign language in a foreign country, whether you're a visitor, tourist, or whatever, is there not emotion involved in your exchanges, your discourse? Yeah, you're angry because the bus didn't go, or they didn't tell you the bus was canceled, or you're happy because you got something for cheap, or whatever. And you're not going to stand there and talk like a robot and say thank you very much. You're never going to do that in a natural situation. So that's another thing that this is good for. Anything else?
It's a good icebreaker if it's like students don't want to go before.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. And what are you going to do if they don't want to do it? I tried this a couple of weeks ago, in fact, in China, and I had a really mixed group of adults, not youth, but adults, ranging from maybe, 18 to, I suppose that one man may have been in his 40s. Okay, a businessman type, and he was just standing there like this. And I could just see in his face, I'm not doing this weird stuff, you can't make me do this weird stuff, this is not what I'm here for, and I'm a businessman, and I don't look ridiculous in front of people, etc. But I made him do it. I made him do it. Any idea how you can get someone to participate when they're a little hesitant? Corporal punishment. He's a businessman, this guy was. And he thought a lot of himself.
I created a role for him so that he would slowly come out of his shell and
There you
maybe get
go.
confidence and maybe go to the next step.
There you go. That's a possibility. Yeah. Another idea? Is this like a heavy, onerous task that they're doing? This kind of activity?
That's my part.
And that's what I kept saying. It's fun. Don't worry. Just relax. It's okay. It's okay. It's fun. We're laughing. Huh? That's what I had to keep telling him. You know. So, when would you use this? Every day? Beginning of a lesson? End of a lesson? Anytime.
Later in the lesson.
Later in the lesson. Why?
You want them to be relaxed and familiar with each other.
Would you do it on the first day you met with a brand new class? Your first day on the job of a new class?
I think there's no schedule. You just use it when you think it's appropriate for the class.
It might be a nice way to set the tone.
Could be.
If you have a group of relatively silly people who are all really happy and just like, really get them up to a newer level.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay. I agree. I mean, there's lots of possibilities. Could be used as an icebreaker. Could be used later. Could be used as a reward, especially with younger kids. You know, you guys have been working really hard, blah, blah, blah. We took this test, and now it's time to have some fun. Okay, everybody? And does it always have to be death in the afternoon? Can you write another one? How hard is it to come up with something like that? It's easy, right? Use your imagination. You can come up with them. Okay.